What up, guys? Me again. Today we're going to be looking at AI's rendition of countries as anime villains. Starting off, this is the one for America, which looks like Joker and Captain America fused together, in my opinion. Canada looks like the type of dude that would use surprisingly peaceful yet lethal tactics to defeat his enemies. And the one for England seems like the type of one person where if she sees one of your possessions that she really likes, might as well just hand it over. Because if you know, you know. And Croatia looks like a dude who'd get his well known tactics and strategies preached about. Egypt looks really angry, like somebody just woke him from his nap. Not from a nap, from a very long slumber. Also, guys, sorry my voice is gone. I was at a football game yesterday. And, yeah, like I said, my voice is just gone. Anyways, France looks like the Marvel characters Black Canary and Spider-Man, and the DC villain Two-Face got fused together into one person. And I get the vibe from Germany that all she has to do is just glare at her opponents, and that alone kills them. And Greece looks like the type of guy who don't need no weapons, and all he has to do is just use his fists in battle. Iceland seems like the type of leader who would train his troops to adapt to any kind of weather conditions. India looks like a young Ganondorf, and a very irritated one at that. Italy looks like Joker if he was Italian. And that's the best I can describe. Japan looks like she gets her powers from her mask, and once she takes it off, she's a really chill person, but as soon as she's in danger, toss the mask on, and everything's fine. And if you see Mexico on the battlefield, you might as well just retreat, because by the looks of it, she gets her hands on you, her plans are far worse than death. While Romania seems like could use really violent strategies and tactics, and also drink the blood of her enemies. And Russia's that one old guy who could win a war thanks to over 5 decades of hardened battle experience. And Spain looks like all he's gotta do is threaten to get his birds after you, and that alone can intimidate. And Ukraine looks like the type of person that could easily rally anyone for defensive strategies. I think if I gave Australia a drink, he'd be a much more mild mannered person, but otherwise, like a total maniacal zombie. And Brazil looks like he don't even need no advanced strategies or weapons. All he's got to use is good looks to defeat his opponents. And China looks like easily the final boss of a video game. And said final boss that only gets stronger the more attacked. And yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get to part 2. Oh, there we go. And now here is part 2. Netherlands. Oh, get out of here. Netherlands looks like the type of person that laughs upon hearing his enemy's sufferings. Is it just me, or does Argentina look like the DC villain Killer Frost? Wonder if she even has similar powers too. Never know. And New Zealand looks like the Joker and Kranya from Fire Emblem 3 houses fused into one person. I think if I gave Madagascar a bottle of whatever's in this bottle, he'd be a much more peaceful villain. In North Korea is that one dude who supposedly have his presence be enough to intimidate enemies, but nah. And Peru looks like the Skull Kid from Legend of Zelda possessed Ganondorf. And Poland seems like the type of leader that her presence is enough to decide battles, such as if you're on her side, you're pretty much guaranteed to win. And if you're not on her side, you might as well surrender. And Saudi Arabia looks like a Nankos from Fire Emblem Fates and Ganondorf got fused into one person. And South Africa looks like the type of leader who trained his troops to survive in all kinds of conditions. And Sweden looks like the type of man who'd need to give that type of look, and that alone would signal impending doom. And Thailand looks crazy, and it looks like if she gets her hands on you, her plans would be far worse than the one for Mexico. And Turkey looks like the type of man who'd use intimidating tactics and would somehow work. Side note, I'm describing all of these as best I can, and more importantly, I mean, no disrespect to any of the countries here, and this is just best way I can describe. Anyways, and Colombia looks really irritated, like someone interrupted him in an important meeting. And Serbia looks like a really crazy general that could easily have a look on his face that determines battles. Indonesia looks like Legend of Zelda Skull Kid and Persona's Joker fused into one person with the insanity of Joker. Iran looks like a really irritated one, like someone just awoke him from a very long slumber because his help is needed to win the war. And Monako seems like she'd be able to go in and sabotage from within her opponents while blending in at the same time. Ireland looks like all she needs to do is put this mask, hope it's a mask, and you better hope she's on your side. Whereas Kazakhstan seems like another type of person who sabotage from within while blending in with her opponents. And last but not least, Denmark seems like the type of dude who would be easily underestimated, but wouldn't go down easily. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap up the video, and if you like today's video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want more content like this, and as always, I'll see y'all next time.